many takes do you think it's gonna take for me to do this video today? Take one, take two, take three, damn, take four, take five, take six. What is up, everybody, and welcome back to my YouTube channel with Love from Scratch. Today I wanted to talk about something that I say all the time, which is one person has the ability to make an impact and to make a difference. We don't necessarily all need to be doing everything exactly right. We just all need to be doing one thing that's maybe a little bit different than we're used to, that's maybe a little bit more sustainable, that's gonna make a really big impact in the long run. So I wanted to sort of focus just in my kitchen today on the three biggest culprits that I think people use that are single use the most in their home, and some great alternatives, and also throw in some numbers for you so that you can sort of understand that if you change one thing, you really can make quite a big difference. The first one that I want to talk about is saran wrap. The average Canadian household will go through about 24 rolls of saran wrap every single year. I think that this number is maybe a little bit skewed only because everyone buys saran wrap from different places, and sometimes you buy one that's 60 feet, sometimes you go to Costco and you buy one that's, I don't even know how many feet that is. So I think maybe that number is slightly skewed, but I think the point to take from that is that if you're only buying, say, one every single year, then you are not contributing to that larger number. And it's really easy to replace. So I just use these beeswax wraps. This is the biggest one that I have. This is great for covering salads or any sort of thing I need to bring with me if I'm going to a friend's house or a family's house. Tons of different sizes. These ones my cousin makes. I'll link her Facebook page below if you want to order some from her. She just lives in Guelph. And then I also use these, like, they're the same sort of idea, but they're bags. This is really good for, you know, loose ends of bread, any like vegetables that I need to store in a bag when I bring them home from the grocery store. These are a must-have as well. Number two is Ziploc bags. The average person goes through 500 Ziploc bags every single year. That's a lot. And I think if you're somebody that, I mean, right now it's different because of COVID and we're at home more, but when people are starting to go back to work, I think it's one of those things you just sort of grab for, to pack lunches for your kids, to pack snacks for yourself at work. I use sort of a mixture of different replacements for Ziploc bags. I use these stasher bags. This one I had to take, I'm using most of them right now, so I don't have many to show, but this size is great. Usually keep cheese in it. Sometimes it's a really good snack size too. If you want to bring like berries or something with you on the go, nuts, seeds, this one's really small. So this again is really good for like on the go snacks, easy to fit in your purse. And then I use these ones too. They actually have like a slide across top that I don't have in front of me, but they're good because they pop out at the bottom. So this is really good for storing liquid in the freezer. If you are someone like me and you make your own stock, these are really good to freeze them in. And then I also have this big one, which is really good for like marinating meats or anything like that, storing larger things in your freezer. Again, this can hold liquid, so really durable. They wash really well, and they've completely replaced Ziploc bags for us, and I can't imagine ever buying them again. So you spend the money up front on something like this, but then you don't have to spend it again. And Ziploc bags are really expensive, so it is a great alternative. Number three is paper towel. I think it's something that everyone sort of instinctively just reaches for in your home because it can do so many different jobs. The average person uses 2,400 to 3,000 sheets of paper towel every single year. That is crazy. Like, that's a huge number. Think about piling all of those sheets up in one room and seeing how big that mound of paper towel would be. So this one I think is probably a pretty accurate number, because I think if you are someone that uses it, like I said, you just instinctively grab for it all the time. So I've replaced my go-to grabbing paper towel with just a jar next to my stove, filled with old handkerchiefs. These go in the wash every single week with all of my other kitchen towels. And I don't miss having paper towel around at all because of these. In terms of cleaning, because I know a lot of people use paper towel for cleaning, I've replaced them with just microfiber cloths. These were like an Amazon basic buy that I bought a really long time ago. I think it came in a pack of like 30, and I gave some to my family. We keep one in our car just for like wiping the dash and stuff like that. But this is what I use for dusting, cleaning any surfaces, glass surfaces, cleaning my bathroom. And you know, I would never feel like I'm missing paper. I never feel like I'm missing paper towel when I have these. And then the other last replacement, I guess, that I would use are just cloth napkins. You know, growing up, it was like we always used cloth napkins when company came, and paper towel at the dinner table as a daily napkin. And like, why not just act like you have company over every night and use cloth napkins? Now that also a lot of our thrift stores are starting to open back up, I think now is maybe a good time to go out and search for items like this if you are transitioning. I know that maybe some people are a little bit weary about going to, say, a Value Village right now, which I totally understand, but just remember that as soon as you get home, you can throw these in the wash in really hot water and it's gonna clean them, they're gonna be good to use, and I mean, we use them every single night at dinner, so an easy replacement. And I think, again, when you think about that number of like up to 3,000 sheets of paper towel every single year, it's a pretty staggering amount. And one thing that we really need to keep in mind in all of this is that our actions create a rippling effect. So when I choose to change something in my routine and I talk to my friends and my family about it, and they like what I'm doing and they start taking on that change in their life, that's gonna ripple out to their friends and their friends and their friends. And before you know it, you've saved, you know, thousands upon thousands of Ziploc bags and rolls of saran wrap and paper towel that are ending up in a landfill. So just really remembering that our actions have a very big impact just from one person. And I think this is especially important to remember right now with everything going on in our world and the Black Lives Matter movement. I think it's really important to remember this, that every action that we take is going to have an effect. So we want to make sure we're taking actions in the right direction and actions to create change and positivity. So I really hope that this was kind of helpful for you guys. Let me know in the comments below what you think. I will link these products that I showed you today below as well. And I'm gonna start in my YouTube videos now, just linking resources and books and organizations that I have found over the last couple of weeks. I think it's really important for us, especially for white people, to continue this conversation about Black Lives Matter. So I'm just gonna link resources under my YouTube videos every single week so that if you're interested in reading or watching the things that I've been watching, you can do that too. And I hope everyone has a really good Sunday. Hopefully you're enjoying a Caesar because it is Caesar Sunday and we should all be drinking Caesars today. Okay, happy Sunday. See you next week.